Oh my goodness, my mic has been on mute. I'm so sorry. Welcome everybody to Headmaster's Homeroom. I'm Lady Hamilton. It is art night tonight, and I'm so excited you guys are joining me. Sorry about the mute button. Normally that goes off by itself, and I apologize, but welcome to this wonderful Saturday night. Hello to all of our wonderful viewers. Hello to everybody over there on Rumble, Pilled, X, and YouTube. I'm so glad everybody has joining us tonight. You guys are in for a treat. Please do me a favor and tell everyone about Headmaster's Homeroom. And thank you guys. I see you guys sharing it out. And I am trying to do my best to tell you how much I appreciate that as well. So thank you so much for that. And everybody, please hit those buttons, those like, follows, shares, and help support the show. I sure can use it. I'm so grateful. We love your rants, your subscriptions, your cash apps, your tips, your pills, and more. Thank you guys so much. Well, it is art night. And if you don't know about this, I have an amazing group called Artist Corner. It is a group over on Truth Social, and it also is on X. And I'm going to be expanding it, I think, here real shortly. But so far, started out there, expanded over on X, and I get to highlight an artist every single day. I'm so excited about that. And then by your likes, your shares, and comments, which really do matter, everyone, those get tallied up to pick the artist of the week. So every Saturday, it's truly my honor to choose, or not to choose, but to highlight the amazing artist of the week. So let's load that up and give a huge congratulations to our artist spotlight of the week. This week is 10 times discernment. Oh, congratulations to her. She's been on our show a few times, and I'll tell you what, we always kind of kid around with her because we always say there is no surface that's safe when she's around. And we mean that in the most complimentary way, because she just creates on everything from turkey feathers to furniture to glass to tabletops to pianos, you name it. That's what I'm saying. Any surface, this beautiful artist makes some of the most amazing work on. And we are so excited that she is in our wonderful Artist Corner family. We absolutely love to see her work. You guys can follow her on Truth at 10 Times Discernment. And if you switch that on X, you can follow her over there at Discernment 10 Times. And you guys tell her how amazing her work is. Isn't that awesome? Yes, she did. She did Cask. Isn't that fantastic? Just absolutely amazing. And this is just one of her works. If you guys want to see more, either join our corner or make sure you're giving her a follow, or do both, right? And give her a huge congratulations for being our artist spotlight of the week. We sure do love having you in our wonderful family. And I'm so excited, you guys. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Right? But we love it. 10 times discernment. You are our artist spotlight of the week. Super exciting. And again, I need to I need to add that because it's only here on X, but it's our group you can find on True Social at Artist Corner. You can also find our community on X at Artist Corner. And we also have our own channel there on X2 at Artist Corner TS. So there are multiple ways so far that you guys can join this group. Look at amazing, beautiful art like I do every single day, as I am relishing in your phenomenal talents. And I am liking, sharing, and trying to comment as much as I can. I was just telling our guest tonight that sometimes I don't always get to comment on everybody's work because I'm busy. Like I really was super busy this morning, but I tried to make sure I liked and shared everybody's work out, and I will hopefully get to those comments, if not today, later tonight or tomorrow. But I love you guys, and you guys brighten my day with your talents every single day. So thank you so much for that. All right, guys. That is wow, right, Cass? It is wow, is right. Tonight, we are so excited to welcome a new member of the family here in Artist Corner. I'm so excited that he jumped right on it and wanted to be, and I had one opening left, and he grabbed that right away. But tonight, we are welcoming a brand new member. His name is Jerry Valentine. He's a self-taught painter who began creating simply for the joy of it. For years, Jerry wrestled with his craft, striving to feel satisfied with his work. For decades, he never publicly shared his art until joining the Artist Corner, guys. So we were the debut for this amazing artist, where he says he felt truly appreciated and accepted for the very first time. So good job, community, for making our new members feel so welcome. I love that you guys do this. He is a devoted husband to Patricia for over 30 years and a proud father of 2 adult daughters. Jerry brings heart, humility, and encouragement wherever he goes. He loves being around fellow artists, lifting others up, and celebrating creative expression. Tonight, we're going to honor his journey, hear his story, geek out on his amazing artwork, and give him the love that is due. So everyone, please welcome to the stage my honored guest tonight, Jerry Valentine.
Well, hello.
Hello. It's so great to see you. I'm so happy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No. I just want to give a shout out to 2 people, my daughters, Jordan and Sydney. I love them so much.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Hello to your daughters. We absolutely love that too. The wonderful beauty of love for your family. I think that is awesome. So tell us, because we were kind of talking about this, how you even found it. I mean, I know we're on Truth Social, but just out of the random luck and maybe the divine nature of encouraging to join us, he found the Artist Corner, everyone. And I don't know, like I said, divine interception there, leading you to the amazing community that we've built. You could talk about that. You could talk about the love you've gotten from this, but we really want to know how you even got into this wonderful world of art.
Oh, I just like to paint, and I was so terrible in the beginning that almost everything I had was just complete garbage. And I just kept trying and trying. But when the YouTube era started, I was able to see other people's works, and they give me some guidance on how to build a painting.
Nice. And so how long have you been painting and creating? I know in the YouTube era, but how long has that been? 20 something, 30 something years?
Yeah,
how long?
Probably been like 1995. That's when I first kind of started painting around, and I would quit, and then I would come back to it over the years.
Right. It sure is therapeutic. We talked about this a little bit before too, just creating just to create. Some people out there, they make a really great living on here, but the wonderful thing about no matter how we create, it's not only therapeutic, but it's a way for us to maybe either deal with something or to find a passion in something, try something new, see colors in our lives, whatever we're creating. What inspires you to create?
Well, it's the story of Van Gogh, where here's a man who painted 600-700 paintings in his life, and he only sold 2. And in his life, near the end, he thought he was a complete failure. Right. And then his brother-in-law, they both died, and the sister-in-law had all his works, and some of them they burnt for fires. And then she wrote a book on it, and then years later, he became a master. And so it just gives you that idea that sometimes in your life you can paint works. They may not ever get seen, but maybe someday they might.
Right. I'm hoping that we'd all have to die before we get known out there, but it seems like to be the way it goes, doesn't it? Right?
It does.
We get noticed, and I'm really glad that they notice the masters like this too, because there's techniques. I mean, even some of them out there that may not even be my favorite. There's a certain technique that they do that nobody else does, and we all get to learn from that. And I've heard those stories too, right? That's why we say when I die, there's gonna be one big bonfire with a lot of my work, keep everybody warm. Because a lot of my pieces are just for certain events, so I don't know. Right. But I'm glad that he inspired you and got that creative spark going in you, so what do you do when you create? Do you just turn on the music? How do you find your space?
I grab a sheet or a canvas or a mixed media, and I just go really, really fast.
Really?
Put stuff down, and sometimes it comes alive or sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm very impatient, so I don't sit there. That's why I don't do much details, because I just like to throw things together. And I'm not. The detail's great. I love the people who paint detail, but I kind of like emotion. in the painting, and I don't know, it just captures something about maybe nature or about a lady walking or something like that. That's what I love.
Nice. Now, do all of your work come from your imagination, or do you have inspiration kind of images or pieces that you kind of look at and go, okay, I'm going to create something like this?
Like I go on YouTube and I watch some of these old YouTubes where there's old pictures from the 40s and 50s, and I'll catch a woman getting out of a car, and she has, back in the day they had these beautiful outfits on. They always came to the nines. They look great. It was just so classy, and I like some of that. And I would just start painting one of them. Or if I seen a lady looking another way, a model or something, I just try to paint that. Or a lady walking down the street, stumbling, getting ready to stumble, and then I start painting it because it just looks different.
Right.
And I get excited about that.
Well, I am super excited to show everybody your work, and we're going to be talking to you about each piece as we go through. But you guys, I am just excited as you are to check out his amazing work. So you guys, please, first of all, and I just found out he's on X too. So we're going to have to go and give him a follow over there as well too. But you guys can find him on Truth Social at JerryGlenn8. And your X account is Memes Are Us. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Memes Are Us, everyone. I've got to go find him right now.
It's a frog.
I love it. I'm going to look that up right now. Is it just memes and then art? Okay, I'm looking. Oh, I see it.
And right? I'm not particularly good with this psych app. It's kind of a funny take we online talk about.
And you said your picture is a frog?
Yeah, it's a frog.
Okay. Okay, I'm looking because I see one that says like Memes Are Us, but maybe I'm spelling it wrong. But I want to go, just like I say, let's see, there it is. Yeah. Okay, I think I found you. Okay, nice. All right, guys, go check it out. Go give him a follow, and we are super excited. I know you guys are excited, so here we go. I wanted to start with something a little whimsical.
Oh,
right. And so this is the first one we want to start with because I am like, man, the imagination and the fun in this piece. Right?
You want to know some about it? I started painting it, and it was just the trees. So I took it in to show my wife, and she said, I don't like it. It don't fit me. And I didn't know what to do. So I said, I'll just put some trees. I'll put some feet on it and have them walk it. And then I showed it to her again, and she said, that's even worse. I go, I love it. Because my wife, she's the truth teller. I mean, when it comes to anything. And that's why I respect her so much, is because if I throw a painting out there in front of her and she doesn't like it, she's going to tell the truth. And that's probably what I respect about her the most, and I love about her, is because she'll give me the truth no matter what.
Right. And so do you ever find that discouraging, or
no.
It's like I'm going to keep on going?
I'm going to keep on going because I've been married to this woman for so long. I know exactly what she's thinking. Right. She doesn't want to BS me. She's always just straight up, and I love it.
Right. That's awesome. My husband usually just tells me, I don't know. I think he knows. I'm like, so what do you think so far? He goes, I don't think it's done. I'm like, okay. Maybe that's just his way of getting on with it. But he knows me, when you're with somebody for that long, they know, they know what you create. And that's pretty awesome. But I just think so, why the shoes per se?
Well, it's kind of like I was doing the base of it and I didn't like it. And she could tell that it didn't look right. So then I didn't know what to do. So then I just kind of started working with it. And I said, why don't I put some shoes on it? And then I just put shoes on and I said, man, I like it. And then I went to show her and she's like, oh, you made it worse. But that's how it went.
Right. These trees are walking. I'll tell you what, the little part of me, these boots are made for walking kind of pops in my head with this. But, these trees are made for walking, guys. Yeah. I think that is just really awesome. I don't know. This one just kind of made me chuckle and smile because it was, whimsical. It made you kind of think outside of the box, beautiful technique, but also something that you can go, what's going on with here? The trees are all leaving, they've got somewhere to go. And that's great about art. Art should inspire us in so many ways, whether it's a smile on our face or it takes us on a journey or makes us have a certain memory. This one is just so much fun. I love it. Right.
It makes me laugh.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. So that's why I wanted to start tonight with just something so much fun. So everybody hopefully has got a big, huge smile on your face, right? Because this piece is so much fun. Now, as we get in, I'm sure I'm going to get asked, what is your medium that you usually paint with? Do you have multi?
I always use oil.
Okay.
Oil and when I use on the mixed media, I use turpentine, odorless turpentine. Because mixed media is really hard to put the oil down, so I aggressively put it down first, and then like 3 or 4 layers later, I'm able to get the shoes to look better and everything.
Right.
Because it's very dry. It's not like a canvas. When you prepare a canvas, you can easily do a little detail, but on the mixed media, you got to be pretty aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, with you liking to work so fast too, oils take quite a long time to dry. So I was, wondering how you like that aspect.
Well, I paint one. I'll not finish it. I'll put it off to the side and I'll grab another one and I'll start another one. And I'll have like 8 or 9 of them sitting around that are unfinished, and I'll just keep coming back to them. And when I get as many paint if I can on it, and I'll go back. Or I'll use a drying agent to help it go along.
There you go. There you go. Well, this piece is so much fun. We love it. Now tell us about this sweet couple.
I seen this in on a picture of a guy holding his woman, and they were exhausted on a train, and I think it's from the 40s. And I'm like, I really liked it. So then I painted it, and part of it didn't look right, and then I finally added a little bit of white to it. It started to bring it alive a little bit.
Right.
I didn't want to go. I'm not a very talented facial painter. I'm really not. So I try to get by with hiding some of the things. Like I'm not as good with the eyes and stuff, so I kind of hide them at times. So I mean, my weaknesses I try to hide, and
beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's a great tip there for people out there, that if you don't feel that you are, a certain level at a certain thing, there's always ways to create a piece that still uses those talents, but not maybe, I should say hiding, but, putting something else like the hat over, that section, right? It's really done, but this is beautiful. I love the contrast in the colors here too. I don't know if they were wearing those colors, but I love that you chose those colors, because I really am loving the contrast on
They
this.
were wearing it, but the red was a lot, it wasn't as sharp, but I like to use sharper red because I just love red, especially with women on women's clothes, like when or their dresses. Right. I just love using red because it's sharp.
Mm-hmm. I do too. It's my favorite color, in life, and I also really love painting with red. If you see a lot of my works, that is my favorite color. Right. I love red. It just, I don't know. And this is really a great combination.
Vermilion, I know it's not a cheap paint, but like when you use vermilion and you take a picture of it on the camera, it just glows. If you can mix it with a tiny bit of white, and sometimes you can create a very, very sharp red. It's almost like a tail light coming out. It's just really sharp. If people don't use vermilion red or any of the more expensive kinds, like Old Holland or blocks and stuff, they make some pigments that are very, very good. I know they're a little expensive, but they do go a long way.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they do. I really love that. I always am just glued to all the different colors of reds too. I'm like, oh, I need that one, and I need that one.
Yep.
It's just funny because I was kind of putting all of my oils just recently in new jars and stuff like that. I got them because, sometimes, I don't want them to dry out, and I seal them in little tiny 2-ounce jars and so forth. And I was like, okay, I've got a whole row here of different color reds. just laughing about that. So awesome. This piece is fantastic. And I like Hi My Voice. I like it says, I like the capture of emotion in this piece. Don't you?
Yeah,
I thought that was really nice.
He's like totally devoted to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen the piece, it was like she's exhausted, he is too, but he's still going to protect her.
Right.
And in the back, there wasn't a lady there, but I wanted to see a lady with some nice red shoes on, just little feet going by.
Right.
Just just because.
Right. I do. I love it. You captured a beautiful moment and a beautiful expression between this amazing couple. I think you've done this really, really well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I do like this one.
Oh, yeah, I liked it. The way the face looks is instead of using like a light color underneath it, I used, I think, black. And I wanted to get black and then bring it out. And it's kind of weird, but the skin of the lady that I seen in the picture kind of had that look. It was like a whitish, you could tell she was white, but there was, it looked similar to that. And that's what I did. And I didn't know what to put behind it. So I just put a building, but I wanted to put some other colors in it. So I just did slashes of green to try to give it a little bit something else. Mm-hmm. Pretty simple, but a nice, classy lady walking down the street. So.
Right. I think I commented because you called her something like my lady. I don't remember what you titled it for. And I was like, oh, I really love this.
She's a lady. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's right. You're like, she's a lady. And I love it. And it's funny because you said you don't do face as well, but here we have a phenomenal job on her face.
I think my weakest part is when I'm trying to do a portrait of someone looking directly at me, because I have a hard time getting some of my noses correct, the depth in there. So I'm pretty weak still there.
Right. I think this turned out beautifully. And I never would have thought to use black as an undertone, right?
Yeah, I just went solid black and then just little by little used the pink and then some white and then highlighted it with white and to give it that kind of skin look. I thought it was going to be a mistake and then it just come out right. And I'm like, wow, I got lucky.
Right. And I love that you have this kind of abstract, background too. I mean, we can tell it's a brick building, but it's got almost a sense of quality of abstract to it, especially with the green going on. Yeah. And I think that's a really nice, I love it when people put some kind of an abstract in the back because number one, we see it, but it makes you also have the focal point on the main subject, which is our woman here,
Yes, it's the background to me was I had to make it to where we looked at the woman. And that's why I put the two doors, and the doors don't mean anything. It's just, I wanted to focus on the lady. It's all about her and that's it. I mean, the rest is just trying to focus on the woman in the picture.
Right. I think this is just phenomenal. I loved so much about this, you guys. I mean, even little hints of brown around her jacket areas, right? Around her collar, that ties in around her gloves. It's kind of like, it's like a little highlight from her hat to her clothing that really just even ties it in even more. She is probably just one of, there's so many that you guys say, but I hate to always say I have a favorite, but I really love this one. I think it's done so beautifully.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. When I seen her in the picture, she was like, wow. I'm like, wow, she's fantastic.
Yeah, right?
And you can tell she was like in the picture, I think it was like the 60s. She was, right. You could tell she was a top-notch model or something. So
right. And that's funny because they're saying, yeah, it reminds me of like the 40s, 50s, 60s, when women would even dress like this to go to the grocery store.
Yes.
Now, good luck seeing anything like this in a grocery store.
I don't want to paint a woman in sweatpants.
No.
I like a woman that's like that is like that. It's easy. It's nice to paint. And
yes. Well, she is phenomenal. You did a great job with her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I love that you guys, before you tell us about this piece, he's got a genre of just so many different subjects, from landscapes to humans to fun and whimsical. And that's what I really love too. So tell us about this beautiful piece.
Okay, this is my front. This is the view of Well, I'll tell you how this started. I think it was like late at night, like September. It was a nice night. And my daughter Sydney said, "Man, what a beautiful moon out there." And we looked out there and I stood at that thing for like 10 minutes and it just lit the entire sky up behind the trees. And I was like, God, I'm going to paint that. So I went out the next morning and started sketching it out. But I didn't like the road because in front of the 4 trees is our road, like it's a rural road.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want that there, and I don't want the poles there. I just want the trees. So I used like the water as the trees, and I just figured to throw colors around. And it's still nighttime.
Right.
This is the one that I gave to my brother-in-law because he's my brother-in-law, and he's awesome.
Right. I think our families are always so blessed because we're like, hey, I got a piece for you. But they truly do love our work.
He's a great man.
Right. There's so many great things. Look at the bark on the trees, guys. Just take a moment to just see that kind of beautiful texture. I love how the moonlight is making these flowers just pop. I love that you added the water, instead of the road. So you got this little creek and river running in front of it. I think that is a great addition. And just
I would take the it's like not a brush, but it's a scraper. It's got a ball on the end of it. And what I do is I get that painted as it starts to set up. I start scraping it to create that bark. So
now tell me again, you've got something that's a scraper with a little ball on the end?
Yeah, it's kind of like a paintbrush, but instead of the fur, it just has a little tiny ball, and you can use it to scratch at your paintings.
Really?
To give it some texture, and that's what I do.
Okay, I want to see a picture of that for our Art Tip Tuesday. And be like, if this is the scraper I use for this, and this is what it does, so that other people can see that.
It's basically 6 inches long, and on the end of it, it comes in some of these kits. You can look them up on. I'm pretty sure on Amazon, or you can take the end of one of you used or something, and then just use that. But that's how I do it, and it gets the texture in it.
Right. I just love learning about new tools, and that sounds just strange enough for me to really enjoy that. I'm like, okay, I need to learn about the scraper. I have
my number one tool is my fingers.
Yeah.
I put a lot of paint down on my hand I take a latex glove and I will just start putting paint down that way, and I get the mass of it down very, very fast.
I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's so funny. I have all different kinds of rollers and whatever. I mean, just really kind of thing to add textures and whatever you go. I love the drywall sections in, like, your Home Depot and Lowe's or whatever. I'm like, oh, what does this thing do? So yeah, I think that is really cool. Some amazing tips, guys. Use your hands. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. People are really loving this, by the way. I'm throwing comments, and I don't know if you can see them or not. You can definitely see them on the replay, but they are loving this, and I think so too.
I thought the painting was a failure at first, and then I kept working on it. And now that I see it on the camera, it really turned out pretty well.
Yes, it did. And everyone is saying how much they truly love it. And thank you, Artist Corner and more, for being here, our wonderful community. You guys are so fantastic with your wonderful compliments. I appreciate that so much. I love it. Very nicely done. All right, take us here.
I think I seen a picture of it or a painting, and I just tried to copy somebody else's. And I wanted to mix colors in it. I think I got black in there, white, black, yellow. It's pretty simple, and then maybe a little blue. And that's what I did. It's not a very fast painting. I think that thing took me 45 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
The only time it took me to dry I could put some extra added stuff to it, but just try to see what it would look like. And so it's kind of like a experimental piece for me.
Wow. I think this is great. I love it that we need to remember, water can be all blue. Don't get me wrong. I mean, shades of that. But when you have a beautiful, nighttime scene, sunset or whatever, you got, that light radiates over the water. And I just love that too. And you got these little, parts that are just bursting with that color, and it's so beautifully done. The reflection as well, everyone, is just really amazing. I do have a question from the audience. What size canvases is your normal here?
18 by 24.
18 by 24. Okay. Very nice. Right. I agree. That's right. Nancy says the water looks fabulous with the reflections. I know.
Thank you very much.
Right.
You guys are very kind.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I love this family and I love this community. You guys are amazing. I just think that is awesome. Right. Oh, yes. Green, yellow, blue. And it's just so beautifully done. So nice. You guys are awesome. My voice, the reflection on the water is incredible. See how much everyone loves your work. I think that's great, right? Amazing. And I too, the texture, the different brush strokes, just beautifully done. Absolutely beautiful done.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Now, when you do this, most of the people, we only had a month. I think this was before you joined. I love, my go-to is space.
Yeah,
right.
I love doing planets.
Right. And I'm like, man, you missed out because it was like a month where everybody was, creating different kinds of planets. And I'm like, ah.
And you remember when I told you about that little ball?
Mm-hmm.
I would take on this painting, the mountain wasn't textured enough the way I like it. So I took the ball and places where I felt like I needed to go in, like depth wise, like into canyons. I would take that ball I'd put brown paint and I would scrape it up in there like I was spackling in there. And that's how I was able to get a little more texture on that. And that's why instead of a paintbrush, a little ball can kind of make it look more natural than a paintbrush.
Right.
And that's what I did with that. And with the little sun, a part of this moon here, it's pretty thick. I laid it on thick so I could make it feel more rounder when you see it in the picture.
Right. I just love this. I love so much about this. Number one, I'm getting my planet fix because I love creating planets. They're so much fun. The background colors in the sky too are just outstanding, and the texture in the mountains, right, guys? Just beautifully done. Beautifully done. Wow. Man, love it. You fit right in, my friend, because we had this everyone probably in the chats could say, I remember that month. It was like, all right. And it started I think with a sip and paint that we do. I have the artists come on and every once in a while, and we all just create together, right? Yeah, JJ, isn't this one? I think so too. It is phenomenal. I love that word. Love that word. Yep, I think so. Very nice. Hey, Dada, welcome. Welcome. Love it. And all new viewers, if I have missing, hello to you. Oh, I know Richard stopped in as well too. Hello, guys. Thank you all for coming in. See that, right, Frosty? That sky is just outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Oh, right. And the fog effect. How did you work and get the fog effect going on this one?
So first I painted it green, and then I waited till it almost dried, and then I took I got my glove on and used my fingers to do the over cover of the clouds to make it brighter. So those are my fingers doing that. I didn't do anything else but my fingers.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I agree, Nancy. You would be great for a sip and paint show. We get some of you guys together and we all just do it live. And then as fast as you paint, you would be great for that. We've got one coming up. I'll make sure I reach out and see if we can get that going, guys. But yeah, thanks for inviting them. I agree with you all. It is very cool. This is very cool. Amazing. So now is this whole piece oil?
Everything's oil. I don't use any other paints.
You don't even tone your canvas or anything with acrylic first or anything?
No.
Nope.
When I use my mixed media, I just paint on it. Start right off the bat and use a thin coat of oil, and then it soaks so fast into it, it's not even worth using it.
Wow.
I just love mixed media because if I used all the canvases for that, I wouldn't have any room in my paint room. It'd be full.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah,
My
I got art
closet,
everywhere.
my walls, you name it. Yep, they're everywhere. I know. It's crazy.
Well, Dad, the guy that just said that guy has some awesome artwork that I seen. Like a lot of his stuff, a fantastic painter right there.
Are you talking about Donna?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of the works done, and man, the way he does things, I was like, man, it's just like fantastic.
I agree. I love his creative mind.
He's
back
fantastic.
On the show, right? He's coming back on the show again soon too. So we're excited to welcome him back as well. Absolutely awesome. All right, tell us about this. Oh.
I think I copied it off somebody else. I seen somebody painting it a while back.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm gonna try it. And I said, this time I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna put some yellow behind it. And I think this painting took me 8 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just put the thing up and just went bing, 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 and that's it.
Wow.
This is an 8-minute paint.
8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes.
I'm very impatient.
I guess so. I'll tell you what, there's a photo actually I share every once in a while for like my good mornings over there on Truth and X. And there's this tree and it's just got the canopy like this one with this light kind of peering through this. So when I saw this, I'm like, I wonder if he saw that picture somewhere out there, not necessarily from me, because it sure reminded me of that, that beauty of the light peeking through the canopy, right?
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah, I think when you paint, I'd say about maybe 80-95% is you throw it together, and then there's some detail that you can put in to make it look good, because your eyes can't see it all, and it's impossible to be perfect. So I figured I might as well just go fast because I'm impatient.
Right, and everyone else will say the same. 8 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
8, maybe 10 at the most.
I don't even know if I'm not even set up in 8 minutes, guys.
Well, when I get in there, when the canvas is there, like, I mean, if I use my, if I get some paint ready, I'll just have it, plowed out. And then I mean, sometimes I'll just go over top of the blue if I do the whole thing, and then I'll put brown over top of it until I'll colors it, and then go from there.
Wow. Yeah, no, so we've got quite a combination. We've got the world's fastest painter with me, the world's slowest painter,
Oh, I'm sure your work is much more better detailed than mine.
No, I use a lot of actual oil, not oil paints per se, which I do, but I use a lot of oil. So that takes a lot of time to dry.
Yes.
And I like it really, really liquidy. And so that's why, but yeah. It's just
I'll put it down and then put or get oil and put it over my hands, or some kind of cleaner like the solvent, and then break it down even more. Like I could put some on, and then if there's a chunk, I'll just put more on there and then just put some solvent on there and just whip it on there. Wow. You can be aggressive. I mean, it works. I mean, some people are very detailed, but not me. I just paint.
Well, it's awesome. I love the contrast. I love the texture in that bark too. Isn't that great, everybody? Just a wonderfully happy, beautiful, be the light, by the way, piece. Right? I think that is amazing. Great job, my friend.
Thank you, darling.
And this one, you totally surprised me with your comment on this one, because I was like, oh, I really love this one in your comment. And
Absolutely.
You're like, really?
My wife doesn't even like it. I mean,
I love it.
When I painted it, I'm thinking to myself, why did I do that?
Really? I love this piece.
Little gangster, the 2-bit gangster.
Right? I don't know. See, this is why we have to put our artwork out there, because we might say, and then somebody else like me goes, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. And it is.
That's what it's a guy from Australia. I used a picture of him, and when I painted it, I wanted to make him short, bad, but I didn't want to make him tall, and I just wanted to make him look like a fool, kind of. I don't know, a 2-bit gangster who's trying to rip you off or something.
Right. I'll tell you about the gangster for sure. So one of the things that, yeah, having restaurants, right? I had my own and I loved Italian wines. And we had an amazing wine event and they were from Sicily and they literally brought wines and they wanted to come, the representatives wanted to come, they wanted to be part of the wine dinner and show off their line of wines. And they showed up like the mafia shows up, you're like, okay, here comes the limos. They come out looking like this. So maybe that's a little bit of my, my kind of love and brought that kind of, thought back. And it was a wonderful night, and they were amazing gentlemen. But yeah, they showed up totally looking like, right? Like, I'm not going to mess with you either. I'm having a wonderful night. They were awesome. But everything about this just shows action and movement, even with, the floor in the background. It's, even though he's stationary, there is a lot going on. As far as movement in this picture.
Yeah, the front part of the movement, I wanted it to be spaced to him. So like everything went to him. Like the floor was from you to him. It was just you to him and then everything going in. So I didn't use a lot of paint on that one. That was I just wanted him to be seen. And that's kind of how it went. And if you didn't notice, I put my initials in the painting. So, GGV. My real name is Gerald Glenn.
Right. Right.
I just do it. I have many different signatures I put on my paintings.
Right. And I've noticed that too, but I love it. It's super unique. And yeah, I think that looks like a gangster cool, they're saying. And yeah, he could use a Tommy gun. Right. Right. Oh my gosh. It's just so awesome. I think I love
laughing. It's worth it.
Right. Again, like I saw it and you just posted this not too long ago and I was like, oh my gosh.
I didn't want to post it because I thought it would be terrible.
Right. And yeah, my voice, the lines going, create amazing movement. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So nice. Oh, we got new viewers coming in. Thank you guys. Welcome, welcome. Love it. And hello to you over there. Hi, my Belle, and hi, Got over there on Pill. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are looking at some fantastic artwork from none other than Jerry Valentine. So welcome, everyone. This piece is just great. I think it's awesome. So you made my day.
Thank you.
Welcome. Oh, man. Look at the color on this. Wow. Tell us about this piece.
I think I've seen it somewhere or whatever. And it's crazy. It's all started off with the trees in the back. I just took a brush and started hitting it because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And it started to look like, yeah, it looks okay. And I didn't know what to put behind it. So I just started putting a bunch of stuff. And it just looked flat. And then after then, I used my fingers to make all that highlights in the whatever it is in the center. And then the sun was my finger doing a circle.
Right.
That's it. It was real simple. And all the highlights are my fingers. It's 18 by 24. This is my fingers.
Have fun. You guys, I'm telling you, finger painting, bring it back,
It only, yeah, I mean, it might took 30 minutes. And after, like, I took a break, but painting time, maybe 30 minutes at the most.
Wow.
The green is harder to dry. The green takes forever to dry in those paintings because I use the cheaper paint, cheaper green, I guess.
Do you have a favorite as far as paints go, or is it just, you're just playing around?
I love New Holland.
Yeah.
Blocks, Williamsburg. Mm-hmm. Those are the best. I'd say that the number one is Old Holland.
Yeah.
Because there's so much pigment. And if you're like a painter that, like yourself, that gets the details and you need that real good so you can mix it with your oil.
Yes.
And, I like blocks too. So
yeah, they're expensive, but they last a really long time.
You get your money's worth on the pigment.
Yeah, you do. But that is truly one of my favorites too, is Old Holland. And it just really depends. But yeah, I've had some that I got when I first started doing this when I was in my undergrad about 15 years ago or so, maybe almost 15 years ago. Still have, but they were made from grapeseed oils. They were very expensive. They were from Germany, and I still have them. And I love putting my paint in glass jars, guys. Little tip for today: if you want to save them, the glass jars can just seal them in and keep them fresh, and they last a really long time that way. Sometimes those tubes, you never know, they might get a hole or a cut or who knows, whatever. But glass jars, everyone. So much beauty in this, right? So much. I'm glad my voice. She was. I want to finger paint. Yeah, we might have to have a challenge on that.
Just wear rubber gloves. Just wear your nitro gloves, because you don't want to get any kind of you want to make sure you don't want to get blue on your fingers. It's hard to come off.
My fingers usually are pretty bad, but baby oil takes that right off. FYI, if you guys ever have oil paints on your hand, take some baby oil, wrap it on, get a paper towel, it comes right off.
Baby oil. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I even clean my brushes with baby oil to really get out that before I wash them. Works really amazing. I had a visiting professor tell me that ever since. I'm like, baby oil is my go-to.
Well, I'm going to go buy some tomorrow because I did not know that.
Yes, it's awesome. There's another tip for you guys too. Clean your brushes really, really well if you're using oils, and also your hands and your surface. It works really well. So baby oil, guys, and it's cheap. This piece is so beautiful, so vibrant, makes you just totally want to go there. Doesn't everyone just want to be in this scene right now? I know I do.
My theory is why did I put that purple in the middle? I don't know why. I just did it. I don't have a rhyme or reason for some things I do. I just do it.
Do you listen to music when you create?
No.
No.
No, I don't. I just kind of paint by myself.
Right. And it depends. If I'm when I was at school, I would always have my headphones on with some kind of music that would influence whatever I'm painting per se. But at home, I'm like you. I'd rather have some silence. I like to paint when everybody's in bed and I got my own little space, and just go and create.
Oh, absolutely.
Love this. Absolutely love this. Okay, you guys are writing it down. That's right, Cass. Glass jars and baby oil. I'll take some pictures and throw it in for Art Tip Tuesday. So you guys, he's going to show us his scraper with the ball, and I'm going to show you the glass jars that my paints are in, so you guys can all see that. All right, we love it. They're taking notes. That's awesome. Right? Donna says, good choice on the purple. I agree, Donna.
I just wanted something different because every time you see the ocean or whatever, it's always blue up top.
Right.
And blue up top, and then the water, and then it's always the same. And I was like, I just don't like purple today.
Right. I think it did really well. And it's such a wonderful contrast to the yellow because those are the contrasting colors, right? As the yellow and purples, and they just make each other bounce right off the scene. And I think that you did really, really good. Amazing job. All right, next one up.
That was one of my early paintings. How I got the sky was I was kind of losing the painting. And then I just got kind of mad and I started going up and down like this. And I was like getting ready to throw it away. And then all of a sudden I started using a little yellow and I'm like, man, it looks really cool now. And then, so my daughter, Sydney, took it. So it's hers now.
Nice. And this is just on, I would imagine really good stock, your Bristol paper or something like that. Is that what
mixed media. It's a very strong. And what I like it too is you can put it in a small frame, easier to, display.
Nice.
So.
Right. This doesn't look too small. How big is this piece here?
That one's 18 by 24.
Right. No, that is your go-to, isn't it? Have you ever painted smaller or bigger?
I've painted smaller, but I kind of like it bigger because I don't see as much as it's just easier for me to whip the brush around.
Have you ever gone bigger than this, like a 24 by 26 or?
I'm 30 by 40.
30 by 40 is nice.
That's where I was working on the Auschwitz picture.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. Yeah, I've been really trying hard to do some smaller ones, and I struggle with that size. I think that's another reason why I'm kind of personally right now choosing that size, and then I can give them away for more for gifts, versus my big ones that would just cost a fortune. But
Yeah.
I prefer that. But sometimes I think we need to challenge ourselves to try, even if we're doing the same medium, try a different size.
When it comes to painting and you want to get a good deal, there are nice like 1/4 inch thick plywood that has got a really nice grain that you can use gesso on, and you can have that thing cut. It's a 4x8 sheet. You can have it cut at Home Depot, and you can have 8 paintings of all these canvases. That's what they used to do in the old days. They used wood.
Right. Donna would know a little bit about that.
Yeah. So you could take, like, if you wanted to do a 4x8 work, like, like some of the big painters want, or you want to do a 4x4, you just do that. It's cheaper because like a plywood piece is like $30.
Right.
And if you were to buy a canvas that's 4x4, it's going to be like 120, 130. And 50 years from now, that board will last a lot longer than a canvas will.
Right.
So
exactly. We were just talking about that last night with my guests. I'm like, on my big canvases, I am extremely picky. They come from one supplier that I've used forever since I found them. I know how they're made. I know how they work. I know the size, and I can just call up and say, okay, I need a few more of these, and they're not cheap, but I know that they are going to last forever, but like you said, a wood panel, that's exactly a lot of things. I mean, if they weren't painting on buildings or on the cathedral, we're painting a lot of wood. Exactly.
And like 600 years from now, the wood would be good, unless it didn't get woodworm.
Right. I love it. Everybody's getting tips tonight. Everybody get your pencils down and write down all these wonderful tips you guys are getting from us. I love it.
I'm sure they know a lot of the tips.
I don't know. I mean, I think we get a lot of
There's some very smart people in this audience.
Well, but we're always learning from each other. And so far, we've already got, glass jars, the wooden panels. What else you guys, they were writing this stuff down, the baby oil. And they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. So we're learning a lot tonight. Awesome piece, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now tell us about this.
This one is titled Gianni Marone. He's an Italian painter, and he's on YouTube. I started watching him paint, and I was having trouble, and I wasn't very confident. And I was talking to him, and he said, just paint, just throw things together, try it, And he was painting this similar type of scene.
Okay.
So I decided to paint one like it. And that's how he paints. He's very aggressive, very rough. And that I wanted to paint it and name it after him because he's such a nice man. And
wow, I don't know who that is. I don't watch YouTube tutorials. Maybe
he's just a gentleman from there. He's about 53 years old.
Nice.
He paints females and males and stuff. He paints kind of like not totally provocative, but they're kind of provocative. Just a good painter.
Right.
And, so I painted that in honor of him.
I love it. I love the vibrant colors here too, but this personally reminds me of when I go to the apple orchards locally. And I don't know if you meant to do that, but when I see these little red pops in the trees, I'm like, I feel like I'm at the apple orchard. But I think we all get to feel something in this, and that's a happy memory. Every September, right before my birthday, I am going to the apple orchards, and it's apple season here in this house, So I bet this beautifulness, right? And you can see that we're at this amazing slant perspective, and this is fantastic. See, okay, I'm not alone. My voice.
And I painted the tree, and I painted the tree black. Nice. I usually, sometimes I used to paint it brown, and it's like sometimes black looks good, just on the painting. So I'll paint it brown and somewhat black, and it kind of works sometimes.
Yeah, and that is really interesting too, because I just never would think about that. So a lot of artists don't like using black. I will make my own black, a chromatic black. But, I love that you are showing us that I started with a base of black, and then I just laid it on top of it to bring in already those shadows and stuff. So another wonderful tip, guys, if you've never tried that before.
I'm not afraid to use black. I use whatever I can grab.
Right. I mean, yeah, no, I have lots of it, but I like to make my own black, but I like using black for a lot of things. Especially, like on my last piece here too, when I was, sketching it out and stuff, but with the black to separate with my stained glass windows. So there's always a purpose for it, everyone.
Sure.
And you can see, look at the amazing shadows that are in this with the tree, right? And you can see the depth and the bark and all that because of the wonderfulness of the black. I think it's beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Don't we love it? Yes, you guys love it. And see, and right. And so, okay, it's so expressive. All of the colorful brush strokes, right? I think so too, my voice. Just really wonderfully done. Love it. I'm so thankful for all you guys' wonderful compliments. I will continue to say that throughout the show, but I love them. And thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. I just love this. Okay. Tell us about this one. This is so much fun.
It is like from the 1900s or like maybe 1940s. It kind of reminds me of England. I seen a picture of it on YouTube, and I didn't copy it, but I kind of got the frame, and I just like the bricks and what it would look like back in the days gone.
Right. I love that. There's so much wonderfulness about this. You can picture yourself, first of all, in the scene, walking maybe on the sidewalk, enjoying this beautiful evening, right? Sunset here too. But look at the wonderful things of this, like the light in the windows, the light that's from the sunset, the light from the cars, right? Their headlights, they're reflecting onto the street. Look at all the different colors and strokes in each building with the brickwork.
Yeah, and remember, there's no detail in it. There's no detail. It's not a detailed painting. If you look at it close, it's just a bunch of lines. And I realize that you can make it look cool without having to be highly technical.
Right. I mean, you may say that, but I think this is a lot of detail. I mean, because there may be just little lines or little, dots or per se to you, but because there's just so many, it's made and created a massive amount of detail.
Yeah. It turned out, and then I was wondering how my sky would work, but then I used somewhat of a black up top, just a barely bit on my brush to scumble it. And I wanted to create like some kind of coal or something burning over top, to give it that old 1940s where, everybody was burning everything.
Right. Right. If it burns, we're doing it. I love
That's right.
that.
It was the coal era.
That's right. Oh man, it's amazing. I kind of am going to still continue to chuckle about you. There's no detail. Look at the brake lights, guys. Look at the headlights. Look at the reflections. Look at the street lamp, and look at the reflections from the street lamp. There's so much little details in here that you might like, oh, it was just a line, but to us, it looks very detailed. Absolutely incredible.
It's the illusion of detail. Once I read a couple books on it. Once you figure out that detail is just an illusion.
Sorry about that, guys. I just get so excited. I'm like, so awesome. And I love where you put your signature. You were very creative, by the way. You guys can see the top.
Oh, do you see?
Yes.
You see where it is?
Right?
You did. Most people wouldn't. Just put it in the
notice all this kind of stuff. But I randomly look at little things that maybe people might not notice right away. That's why I encourage everybody, and I've been also doing the spotlight of the artist with just one picture, because I think we need to stop and just, gaze into that picture and look at all of these little moments, right? The street lamp, as the brake lights, the signatures, or whatever we might see, the light that's bouncing out of the windows. Because sometimes, when you put multiple different pictures together, it's great, but you kind of, okay, they're great, and you scroll along, versus when you're looking at one piece, it's like being in a museum and you just stop and you're standing in front of that one piece. At least I do. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, look at all this moment and look at this moment. That's what really appreciating art to me is. So this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Love it.
I like it. It's I think my wife said it's okay, and that to me is a win.
It's a win.
Oh God, yes. Heck yeah.
It's a
She
total
ain't
win.
never gonna tell me it's great. She's my
I
wife.
guess not. Just tell your wife to rewatch this show, and she's going to see what a whole bunch of other people are saying as well too, because we all think you're fantastic. You found your people, Jerry.
Yeah, like-minded people.
That's right. I mean, that's one thing about being an artist is we can appreciate so many things from the stroke to the brushwork to the whatever, right? Because we're all struggling through our own, creativity
Right,
as
absolutely.
well. Very
We're
awesome.
all, we're all to me, when it comes to art, there is no good or bad. It's art, and some people might say it doesn't look great, and other people say it looks fantastic.
Right.
And that's the great thing about art.
Well, I don't always agree with that, Jerry. And I know that JJ is going to totally laugh in the comments right now because I've seen things where people put like a banana with duct tape on a wall and they're calling that art. And you're like, I'm screaming. I'm like,
okay,
that's
you're
not
right
art.
about that. You're right about that.
What is that?
You're totally right. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, when somebody puts stuff, when it comes to art, let's just say, let's do 95%.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
but no sicko stuff.
Extremely weird.
Just good art.
Exactly. I know. I'm just cracking up because I'm like, I don't know. I don't always agree with that one. Okay. This piece is phenomenal. Everyone is loving that.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. All right. Tell us about this one.
You would laugh. This took like 5 minutes. And what's crazy is the green is still drying today.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
I used like a cheap green. And it made good like leaves, but it's still drying. And the rest of it was my fingers.
That is
a brush and my fingers, and that was it. It took maybe 5-10 minutes at the most.
I gotta look this on the bigger screen because I'm wondering if I could see your fingerprint in some of this.
I should start putting my fingerprint in everything.
Right somewhere. Exactly. It's a little second signature. There you go. There's my
the sun is definitely a different color, and it's my finger. Just in a circle.
Oh man. That's awesome. When I look at these clouds too, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but somewhere over here on the right side, I can almost see like a face coming out of these clouds and stuff too. But that's just me geeking out and looking at, I love the cloudscape. But look at the texture. And so the texture is your finger that's doing it with just some scratching coming through it?
Just my fingers, yes. Fingers and then a little scratching here and there. Yep. Yeah, I did scratch a lot on this one. I took the brush, it's not a brush, the ball thing that they get in the kit, and I used it with some white, and I just started scrumbling it all over it, trying to make an illusion of some kind of color detail.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No whim to it. It's just you gotta figure it out.
This is crazy because we thought 8 minutes was fast. Now over here, yes, JJ, thank you for remembering that. He said I did lose it when I saw that banana. Yes, he remembers, and JJ's been with me forever.
I have a very, very, very my attention span is very, very small when it comes to things.
Right, we thought 8 minutes was fast. Everybody, can you imagine creating a piece in 5 minutes? I'm telling you, we need to have some challenges going on here.
You just take your canvas, and I put blue on the top, green, yellow in the middle, and then the green. And then I just did the boards and then took my fingers and did the rest. And that was it.
Watch out, everyone. The next sip and paint might be finger painting, everyone. Tell you what.
I can't help it. It's just like you can get the paint down, and as you push it, you can push it, and you get that cloud feeling. And you just get it a different way than if you use a brush.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I discovered it by accident by just playing around.
Right. Yeah. I think that is awesome. And I we've teased our poor like Nancy forever. We're going to use spoons. I know. Next time we're going to, if I can get Jerry to come in and we get his camera so we can see him creating the time, I can work with you on that, Jerry. But
we use spoons.
We use fingers. I think that's great. I don't know what I would create, but I would have a whole lot of fun, everyone. I think that is awesome idea.
That's why I love looking at kids' paintings when they're young. Just circle and a couple stick fingers. I love it.
You know what? I'll tell you what. It definitely will bring out the kids in us, right? Just to have
Of
that fun
course.
and break that barrier of I am going to get busy on this piece. That's funny. I love it. Fantastic, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tell us about these beautiful little ballerinas.
This is my homage to Degas.
Mm-hmm.
It's copied from him, but not even nearly as close as good as his. He did his very delicately. Mine's more thick, but I didn't want to completely copy it.
Right.
But I thought that his when he painted his ballet dancers, they're just so elegant, and I just loved it and everything about it, and I had to try it.
Right.
So it turned out okay.
It's great.
But I just love to see them dance and the pictures of them stretching on the thing. So it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I love it when we pay tribute to the masters that inspired us. I just finished an abstract in honor of Kandinsky, a Russian abstract artist, and it does it have kind of ideas and stuff that are from him, but it doesn't look, and that's the whole point of creating it. It's not supposed to look like theirs. It's supposed to be a tribute to what was inspired by them. And I think you paid great honor to this.
Yeah, he's a fantastic artist, and it was nice to see it. I just love to see the elegance in his paintings and stuff.
Right. I think so too. I just think you did a great job.
He was truly one of the greats.
Mm-hmm. Right. Don't we love? I love dancers. Yeah, and this would be something I always say that if you're creating, it's just my opinion, guys, because we talked about this last night too, about like where do we put our art, where do we sell our art, and when you're creating dancers of some kind, I just think about dance studios with little girls in it, and how beautiful it would be to have paintings there from amazing artists like you and others, to really pay that tribute to dancers. And you guys all do such wonderful jobs. I just visualize your guys' work in some amazing little dance studio with, little kids going, oh, look at that. Right. And yes,
the lady on the left of the screen. Mm-hmm. I did make a mistake with that. I made her leg so long. And then when I realized it, then I had to redo part of the painting to make her leg a little short, where it didn't look like she was had a 10-foot leg. So just a little laugh there, because I looked at it and I'm like, man, this don't look good. I showed it to my wife. She goes, it don't look good.
Well, that brings up another point, that we're talking about. Have you ever had to fix or, go over a whole entire painting? Obviously, we just learned, yes, there's times that he's had to go back and fix. Have you ever scrapped a painting and just said, okay, I'm going to go over it and redo the whole thing, something different? Yeah.
I've scraped off a whole top half of mistakes. And yeah, I had a painting I thought was perfect. I got to the end and I made a mistake, and I'm like, just totally ruined the entire thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You guys, normal. It is normal. What's one thing I like about acrylics, just saying, I mean, you can always scrape off oils and stuff like that, but we were doing a paint and sip night, and I just couldn't get it. It wasn't, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the mojo. I don't know what it was. Mm-hmm. And so when we took a break, I literally went and rinsed that whole canvas scraped it all off, washed it, dried it all off. And then I came back and I did a planet, and it took me just, a matter of minutes, right? Because I can do planets pretty fast as well. I could get a palette knife next, 5 minutes later, I've got a beautiful space scene, 5-10 minutes. I can do that easily. But I got that way. And luckily, like I said, with acrylics, and I dried that canvas really well and let it air dry so I could use it again. But I was like, this is not happening. This whole thing. This whole thing's garbage,
Yeah, I've got so many errors here. I was painting a female, a lady looking over with a, I think it was a celebrity. Yeah. I got it like 3/4 of the way done, and I looked at it and I'm like, oh my God. I said, that's not a face. What the heck did you do? And then I just basically had to scrap the whole project.
Well, you're not alone. My voice is in the audience saying the same thing. She's like, many times. We're like, all right, we're just going to gesso over this whole entire thing and start over.
I've done that too.
Right. This is so beautiful. Those dresses are so delicate. The grains of wood are phenomenal. So many wonderful pieces, points in this piece, my friend. Such
What I like
work.
about too is the background, because it's not like all continuous. I just kind of scumbled it, and then I used the dark brown to like kind of let their shadow come out of it.
Right.
I know the shadows you can never get perfect because
She did a great job.
but as long as you get close, it'll be okay.
Yep. Yep. And our musician, Ma Bell, right? He says it happens to him when they're creating music too. They're like, nope, we get all the way to the end and you're like, scratch.
Yeah.
He says artists, and this is true, artists are most often their own harshest critics. This is true.
Definitely.
This is true. Absolutely. Well, this piece is fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Take us to the flower garden.
This is for my wife.
Is it?
Down her hallway, she wanted 3 paintings.
Okay.
And this is kind of an homage to my wife because it's basically for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's all about the sweetness in the painting and the colors, and it was basically to honor my wife.
Beautiful. And now I'm a little nervous to ask, does she like it?
I hope so.
Okay, good.
Well, she did hang it with me, so
okay,
she
good.
hung 3 paintings already.
All right,
so
this one's a winner.
She likes flowers. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I agree. You did a great job on this one as well too. Wow. Right?
I like them wild. I don't want them uniform or perfect. I just paint them the way I feel like painting them. I don't really paint them according to anything else. I just kind of, and I didn't want the leaves to go to, the stems to go to the ground. I want them to kind of go other places. Like, you don't have to be in the ground in my painting. You can be attached to another one.
Right.
That's what I felt like. If you can do whatever you want, it's your painting. I said, so I put when you see the center one, the one with that, I just made them go all over the place and hang with each other like it was one family.
Right.
So.
Well, they don't grow, very seldom do flowers, I can't even imagine. You could put them in a plant and put them in a row, but the flowers are still going all over wherever they want to go. There's no rhyme or reason, unless you were going to take stakes and tie them to them and force them to grow that way. But even, your rose bushes or whatever you're growing out there, but especially wildflowers, they're just everywhere and anywhere going, here I am. Look at how beautiful I am. Right.
Yeah. I just absolutely love flowers.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And my wife likes flowers, very pretty flowers in the spring and stuff.
Right. This is just done very nicely. Beautiful, beautiful reminder. The spring is coming sometime soon.
Yes. Yes.
Sometime. Actually, here I'm expecting the daffodils, which are one of my favorites, to start popping up, usually your first sign of spring. But this is so beautiful. We are loving this piece for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another one that I just really, really love.
It's called the Scrap Run. I seen a picture of a guy taking a 1920s car or whatever. It's probably from the teens, real wreck, and he's hauling scrap metal back in the day. And I seen a picture of it, so I just kind of tried to copy it. And what I kind of liked about it was part of the canvas in the top where the light is, that's not painted. I left that alone just to give it that sun coming down. And I didn't know, I was like, should I use yellow or whatever? And I just said, no, I'm just going to leave it open. And then that created the sun coming down and coming off of it. So it's basically nothing there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. There's just like the glass windows. Everyone, little things I notice, right? The person driving it, the whole car, just, from all the little highlights to the shadows to the depth, beautiful antique as well too, right?
Yeah, it's just an old car.
Amazing though. Absolutely amazingly done. I love the road, the texture, the colors, everything about this. You know, it's just really amazing. And I love that those colors that you used even for the road in the background is popping off into the car as well. You can see those highlights of those same colors, you know, in the car details itself.
Did you see the rocks in the back? I mean, in the side.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I did use like some pink in there, and I read something about what Sargent used to use. He used to use pink and blue to make the rocks kind of stand out. So I experimented in that.
Right. I love that. This one too. I'm trying to grab all of your wonderful comments. Must be Georgia, the red clay. It might be.
I think it's Oklahoma, but I'm not sure.
I saw that a lot of red clay in the Carolinas too. You know, like,
yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Right. But just beautiful. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that wonderful reflection of the sun just coming straight through onto that with beautiful shadows. The glass is phenomenal. I can't even get over how wonderful that is and how you've just nailed that. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm looking over here. Yeah, it is absolutely awesome. Right? Absolutely awesome, guys. Thank you so much for your wonderful compliments. I'm glad you guys like this as much as I am. Having a good time tonight here, aren't we?
Oh, that's for my baby. My oldest daughter, Jordan, she wanted something girly, and she wanted a lot of it. So I painted that, and it took like a month to dry because there's so much stuff in it. It's thick,
right?
So it is purely girly.
I love that. I want something girly.
Purely girly. That's exactly what it was painted for.
I love that. This is great. So how did you create this piece? I mean, because it looks like so many different techniques going on here. So tell us about this one.
Well, I made the vase. It was going to be a different painting until she wanted something, and then she had that. And then basically all the technique is just using I think it's a round brush or whatever, and just you put gobs of it and just push it around. And then when you make like the berries and stuff, you just get thick paint and you just kind of daub it to create that circle effect. Yeah. If you go fast enough, it'll start creating something that you like. Right. That's kind of what I did. So it wasn't very hard. It was actually quite fast. You know, I really didn't care about detail. I just wanted to put paint down and see what it looked like.
Right.
And then when it didn't work, I just kind of added something more to it. And I just keep going. And then it kind of got somewhere.
Amazing. Yeah. I'm looking at this here, and so sometimes when I go to create that little indentation that you've done with those little pops of the flowers, right? Q-tips work really well for that. Yeah. For some reason you can put, and then you pull off, and it just makes this beautiful little indentation. So I was kind of curious on how you did this, since you use your fingers a lot in all kinds of different.
Not in this painting. I used a brush with thick paint.
Nice.
And the indents in the center are berries. Just me not painting it. I just took it off that, and then as I made those flowers, I just did 4 to 5 pulls with it, and then I tried to keep a gap between them to create that space, because if I would have put a color in there, it would kind of make it look off.
Right.
So as I just kind of pulled them down, by doing that, the color behind it created the indent.
Love that.
So it did. So it was easier that way.
Right. I'm looking at the berries on this too. They're just magnificently done.
Yeah. But once you do that, you can, as long as you got a backing color that can make it push down in it, it's a little easier. But then once you start putting any kind of color between it, it'll kind of mess that look up. Right.
I love how they are exploding out of the vase too. They're just like, we are just going to literally come all, out, and here we are. It's just so beautiful. It's like explosion of total amazement. That's what we'll just say.
Total girly. That's what my daughter wanted.
Right. I mean, in the bottom right corner too, I am just in love with these berries and how they're turning from the beautiful purples into these golden hues as well too. I mean,
Yeah.
that is just fantastic.
I think the
So
paint did all the work.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. This is
Well, the paint
amazing.
does a really good job of making us look good.
Right. I think it has something to do with the artist, though. You know, the paint's
Yeah, you're
not
right.
painting itself, my friend. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm glad you're right. Aren't we loving this? Yes. Yes, we are. Such a fantastic burst of spring, burst of color. Everything about this is just fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, take us here.
This is 1314, I think, Ursaley Street. I looked it up on Zillow.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I just started painting because I like the styles of homes in New Orleans, the shotgun style.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found this house was on sale for $299 grand. And it hadn't sold. And I was like, I'm just going to paint it. So I just started painting it. And then I put the other two houses next to them. They're similar, but not. And then that tree is there.
Right.
And I made that tree. I'm just, plucking away. This took me a little bit longer because of the detail around the windows and stuff. I try to get it too good. I try to be too perfect at this painting. And I should have just been a little more aggressive with it. I just like the colors, and New Orleans has a lot of beautiful colors in their houses. They're different. They're purple, and that's what I love about this place.
Right. I agree with you. It's very colorful there. I never thought about, hey guys, go look up on a realtor or go a Google search a house. You guys want an inspiration image, hey, there you go. I mean, what a creative idea.
I had to find something to paint.
Right. I just never would have thought of that. This is what I love about you artists. You always are thinking outside the box. You're like, I'm going to do, I found this on Realtor. Now I'm going to do a Google search, a Google Earth search, and we're going to get some details of this location.
Yeah. It also has like the street view. Like if you go click on some street views, you can go to the house in the neighborhood and catch an idea of what you're looking for. And that's how I find something to paint.
Wow. What a creative idea. But you'd be able to get also perspective, you'd be able to see, okay, this house is a little bit more forward and you get to see the side angles. I mean, really a creative idea. I love just so much about this too, because the pop of colors from everywhere around it, from the different homes to the tree that's coming out with the beautiful fuchsias that are coming off of it, to it literally falling even onto the sidewalk in the patio, this wonderful, experience. Man.
I love color. Color is my favorite.
Color?
I love color. I just love color.
So you've never painted like a monotone or just a pure black and white?
Oh, no, I've painted some pretty dark stuff.
Right.
But my favorite is probably the super pretty colors that come out.
Right. I like color too. Love it. I think most of us pretty much do. I don't know. You have some that kind of stick to a certain color palette, I should say. But no, I mean, the brighter the better. I just love opera pink is one color. It just seems like no matter how I try, I can't make it. So I always order that color. I like to make most of mine, but it's just one thing about it. And I had a professor introduce me that to long time ago, same visiting professor. She was awesome. And she's like, have you ever seen opera pink? And it's so neon that I'm like, I don't know how I could ever make this. And I've tried. So I just order it, but it's just, again, I love the bright colors, just makes me happy. And I can see how much you love the colors as well.
I do. I love the bright, flashy colors.
Exactly. Cheer it up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. The beautiful work. Don't we love this one? This one is fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm just noticing too, you've got scenes going on in the windows on the side houses as well. Oh man, so much detail in this.
I think I got in the front of the house on the main house on the right side, you could see I guess they were selling it. So you could see from the the windows that I made the floor. You could see, like if you look in there, you kind of see the floor. Gives you a little bit of perspective of the house.
Right, but you've got little masterpieces going on in this greenhouse on the side and the two windows over there too. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You know, in New Orleans, they block up their homes with these blocks because because the water table is so high.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, this one they didn't do it, but on this house that they did it.
Fantastic work. Wow. This is another one too, where you could sit there and stare at it and find so many different moments, from the blades of grass in front of the porch to the little side masterpieces in the windows, to the pops of the flowers, right? To the detail. There's so much to find in each, work. This is a great example of taking a moment and just relishing in all the stuff that this piece encompasses. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is the centerpiece to my 3 for my wife. This is the one where I put I made it all come together. It's
kind of like a
down. It's just one. Yeah, it's one part of the one part of the entire painting. So it's my
now, do you literally put these like next to each other, side by side, or are they individually framed?
They're all framed now.
Okay.
And they're all together.
Okay.
In one long picture.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering if these were like
it's 3 of them.
Okay. I'd love to see that. Take a picture of that sometime. I'd love to see them all together and see
how
that works.
That to you.
Wow. Right? Lovely, lovely flowers. Look at how fun.
I love flowers. I don't know why. I just love flowers. They're so beautiful.
Right. Well, I think because they have their individual personalities to them, when you ever really look at a garden, they're all, like you said, they're going different ways. They have different highlights to them. They all come out and say, here I am, look at me.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite flower in each piece that you're like, okay, that flower is my favorite?
I think I love the sunflower. I love the sunflower. They're really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I love pink. I love a pink flower too.
Right.
But I think if I had to choose, it would be the sunflower.
Yeah.
Because I love the yellow sparkling,
I do love me some sunflowers. But that's my second favorite color, And surprisingly, do you have a color that you go through the most? I just realized, surprisingly, I go through yellow the most. I was like, really? Okay.
I think I go through white a lot.
Yeah.
I use a lot of white, when I want to try to lighten up a color.
Yeah. Right. That's just really surprised me. I would have guessed red for me, but apparently I have too many, bottles of red. But yellow, and I like the really nice golden yellow too at that. So I was like, okay. But I love this. And I agree with you, Kim. I love that viney look, right?
Yeah, I wanted them to come together like they're all like part of a family.
Mm-hmm. And I love what my voice says here too, because I think this was a great, great choice. She says the terracotta background, I agree, really makes the flowers pop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the main part of them all, to that backing. They all have some of that in there.
Right. I agree. Great choice. Great choice. Oh, there's this little moment too, kind of like halfway down, where you've got this little blue, and it's like the little buds are about ready to, come out. The blue and little, red part. I just love that moment too. Just so many wonderful things going on here. Absolutely awesome.
Oh yeah, this is my lady
yellow.
In the 40s. Yeah. See, this one, I made this and I was almost finished, and then part of the back of the can, one of my it tore and I ruined it. So, but I saved the picture that I was painting. So this is from a lady getting out of a car in the 50s.
Wow.
And she just had this wow look to her, she had those wrinkles, but the way it was fitting and stuff like that. And she had some kind of hat or something with her in her arm like that. And she just had this sense of class that, that you just don't see anymore. And I was like, holy crap, I love that one. So I got it finished, and then I made it made an error and it messed it up. So I kept it just to show you.
Don't. I'd like to see you somehow incorporate that, somehow onto, another piece, maybe with paper, because she's so beautiful. I agree. I love the mink muff as well.
Yeah, I think that could have been what it is. I just copied what she had in her hand. I think she was going to an airport. She was getting out of a beautiful light green cab or something.
Oh, please bring this back. I mean, have you ever seen how people dress? I mean, I'm not always, sometimes I do run real quickly and I've got my sweats on or whatever, but you go to the airport and you're like, seriously, that's what you're wearing?
Yeah, when you see them back then, you're like, yeah, it was just impressive what they did. But that was just the way it was. I mean, times have changed.
Yeah, they have. I think there's something about dressing up too, because it's also, it makes you feel good when you know that, hey, I'm all ready to go and I'm, looking great or whatever you might, just think about that. Like even you guys, when I get ready for the show, it's nice to represent yourself and feel good about yourself. And I think if we dressed up more, we would have a lot better steam going on here. And I would really love to see this come back, both men and women's fashion like this, right?
We just get so much cheap clothes now where it's just everybody wears sweats.
Exactly. I know. It's sad. I saw we were driving home and they were letting out the school and the high school, and this kid had like a onesie on coming out of the high school, pajamas like onesie. And I was like, seriously? Wow. You can like throw on some jeans, you're literally in a onesie. I don't even know if it had feet. Probably had, it's like, wow. Bring it back. Please bring it back. I think this is awesome.
My mother was like that too.
Was it?
My mother, yeah. When she was younger, she always wore nice outfits and stuff.
Right. I know. I was like, I would be completely embarrassed if my mom ever showed up like that. I'd be like, what in the world? But this is like my favorite color, yellow, by the way. It's just such a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful golden color. And you got it just, and this is another thing too. When you're doing flesh, guys, look at all the color that's in her flesh that he's included here as well too.
Those are my fingers. I did that.
Nice.
I matted. I just basically completed her face with just white, not a white, but like an off, kind of that. And then the red, I just added with my fingers too. So I just pushed it in. So you can do a lot with your finger. You have a lot of control with your finger.
Right. Don't ever lose this piece. This one is just fantastic.
Yeah, I'll keep it, but I've got to maybe put another backing on it that might look cool, because I was going to do a purple and other things to it, but then I messed it up.
You could do a really nice matting as well too, and maybe even have a special matting put around it and frame it.
Yeah, I think that's
why I just keep it. Yeah, beautiful work, magnificent.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Oh, this one I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
This one is symbolic for Stalingrad in 1942. This is probably the most important part of the war. And the Soviets lost 37 million soldiers in World War II. And that's from NKVD files from 91. So it was such a horrible, horrible battle that they're still digging up bodies even today. Every summer, the Russians go out and the college kids go out and they exhume bodies. It's horrific, and you want to remember. You try to remember, and this is just the remembrance, because in the picture I could see this building, and behind it are the bars of an old building that was completely destroyed during the fighting.
Right.
And it just shows you that if you don't forget, if you forget, you're doomed to repeat it. And and in other parts of the world, when you burn books, you burn bodies, and that's kind of the thought of all of this, is because it's a warning from history.
I think that's why I do my statement pieces differently. I put a lot of articles and so forth in my backgrounds and stuff that I paint and put in backgrounds to bring this kind of awareness. And this is why I say a lot of my work is literally for events, for history and for remembrance, and because these stories get lost or manipulated or whatever, or if they're not taught, right? And people are like, I'm sorry, what are you talking about? You ask a younger generation right now and they probably have no clue. They just look at this and like, oh, look at this, nice building, a brick building, they might not get that without having an amazing story to kind of go with this, a historical moment that we are honoring. I don't know if honoring is right. We're paying tribute to that moment,
to the human beings,
right, exactly.
People.
And we don't want these kind of things to happen again,
No.
I agree. Absolutely powerful. And it's phenomenally done. I mean, if we can just take a moment to look at just the outstanding detail of the windows, right? The brickwork, everyone, the flames, just so much. I mean, this to me would probably be something you worked on a lot longer than your
fire. This one took a lot longer. Yeah,
right.
It probably took me a couple days.
Yeah.
I mean, like maybe 10 hours, because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, how I wanted to tell it.
Right. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I can see this. This is probably also one of your larger pieces.
Yeah, I think it's 20. I think it's a 24 by 30. I think it's a pretty good size painting.
Right.
It's a canvas. That's a canvas.
Right. Isn't it interesting that, I don't know about you, but when I do a statement pieces, it's like the bigger the better. You want to literally stop people. I mean, literally go, oh, okay, what am I learning here? What am I, it's like, if you feel like if it's too little, then they kind of just might brush past it. So it has to be something that grabs your attention. Nice size. Nice size. Wow, this is just so amazing. So amazing, guys. When you really just stop and stare into even like, the fire that's coming through the window, right? The glass that's breaking, right underneath the doorway here. Just phenomenal. The cracks in the bricks. Is this all from your imagination? I know that you said that, but I mean,
no, I took it from a photo in Stalingrad.
Did you?
Yeah, there was a photo in Stalingrad of this building, and I didn't copy it all the way. I changed a few things,
right?
But it was kind of in black and white anyway. So,
right.
But yeah, it was pretty emotional painting. I mean, emotional time and emotional painting for me.
Right. I can totally understand that. There have been some that have literally taken me down to mass depression. There has some that, and there is a sense that when you finish it, there is kind of a relief because you're working through that emotion to extent, but you're also pouring that emotion in here. You can see that. That's why it's so powerful, because you can see that emotion coming through the painting. And that's exactly what you try to create. And you did it phenomenally.
Thank you.
Amazing. Love this piece for so many reasons. Absolutely fantastic. Do more statement pieces, my friend, and I will join you. We'll put them up together. Be like,
I'm going to do some more horrific stuff. So
I've got a piece on, on the war as well too, and all the art that was stolen. I mean, I can remember hearing completely about the Holocaust, of course, growing up, but I never heard about the artwork that was plummeted and taken and whatever. And so I mean, here I am in college.
It was called degenerative art back then.
Right. It sure was. And so I have a piece that is about the war, but then inside my figure is all this art that was stolen. Because I remember in college, I'm like, what? I'm sorry, what? And then you didn't hear about, what her name is, the lady. I'm trying to think about with the she fought really hard. I can't think of her name. And then you have the Minutemen, the movies that came out now too. And those weren't, existent when we were young. So I never heard about that. So you let me know. You can always say, hey, I'm working on this piece. Let's showcase them. And I'm like, okay, we'll do it. Fantastic work. Fantastic work.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I have never seen this one when you sent it to me. I'm like, where have you been hiding this?
Well, I painted that one a long time ago. when I first started the inside of it, I thought I was doing something totally different, and then I changed and added to it. As I got it finished, I didn't have a name for the painting, and then in around 2013 or 14, I watched this program called Fringe. It was a show on Fox, and there was these people that could move through time and stuff. And he had said something to one of the other actors. Said, "This is the beginning of all things." And I thought, "Wow!" And it was a tree, and I mean, and not a tree, but that's what he said, and it went to my mind as like the tree, and I thought, I'd make it that, and that's why I call it the beginning of all things, because it's coming through water and the branches of life, or a tree, or whatever you want it to be.
Right.
And then hidden inside the trees are like little birds, and then on the outside of it is numbers for it equates time, and somewhere, anywhere, and it's pretty simple, and it's right behind me right now where I'm. It's in the dining room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I think that one's like 24 by 48. It's a pretty good size one. And yeah, I really love that painting.
I love it too. Just absolutely amazing. Right. Women in Gold. Right. I of course stuff hits me. It's the Klimt one, Women in Gold. It was the movie. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, Women in Gold.
Right. I don't know why that always like a minute later I think about it. Okay. But you're right. This painting definitely feels like a mystical feeling about it. The cool hues are magnificent. I agree, guys. Oh, it is just really beautiful.
But I never thought it would be anything, though. I never thought it would
Really?
be an emotional attachment to me till years later.
That is so awesome. It's just,
And my wife likes that one, so it's
Yeah.
I guess it's a good one because my wife likes it.
right. It's almost got like these flecks of gold or something in them as well, too. This beautiful, beautiful hues.
God, I started that 30 years ago, I think, so I don't know what I
Really?
put in it. I think red. I think I put
Right.
some red and other colors in it and mixed them. Yeah,
Right.
and it wasn't just one sitting. I did that over like multiple sittings to get to it, finish it.
And this piece is how big again?
What's that?
This piece is how big?
24 by 48, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that size too.
It's a big, yeah, it's a big one. It's huge.
Nice panel piece. Perfect for something like this. With you guys talking about it being like the tree of life and stuff over there, or living water. Yeah, exactly.
Tree of life, beginning of all things. It's the same. And that's what it represents to me.
Right.
And it really works good. And my wife likes it in the dining room. So hey, I got one hanging.
Exactly. This is a great one for Sundays, isn't it, guys? With you guys over here with the Tree of Life. And I love that, Cass. The longer you gaze upon it, the more you see, right?
Yeah.
Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic color choices. Loving that wonderful contrast and the texture that you've got going on in the background, because it's not solid, guys.
No, it's just squares and stuff.
Right? Fantastic. Wow. Wow. We are loving this one.
I never knew that would turn out to be that good. I thought it was a failure at first. I didn't know.
So. You should have known right then and there. Okay, I
didn't actually. It was. It was 30 years ago. So
right. I mean, I don't know. How many of us have looked back at our beginnings and going, "Oh my gosh!" Right? My beginnings were way worse, but this is fantastic. I love so much about this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm with Cass. I could stare and gaze at this one like all night. This is definitely a piece that I would walk up and just relish into the wonderful, textures in the background and shapes, with the amazing textures of the branches and the, just really, really awesome. The color pops throughout it. So much going on here. And then the wonderful waviness of the branches, right?
Yeah, and they're all really small.
Right.
They're real small because they basically, I don't know. I didn't know why I did it. I just did it, and I liked it that way. Amazing. So I didn't have any rhyme or reason.
Well, it's beautiful.
I think the branches would have took up all the other stuff of it, and I don't think I wanted that.
Right. Right? You want them to be weaving through the story, not the story.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful work. Oh, our last one. I always do this because then I know, I use this for your promo. You see how much I love sunflowers, right?
I love sunflowers too.
Right. And you hadn't sent me the other one. So when I'm picking up your promos, you guys, I'm just kind of choosing. And I just thought this one was so awesome. And I love sunflowers. This is fantastic. Tell us about this piece.
Well, this piece, I painted sunflowers, but in the back of it, you can use in the back behind the sand or the brown color. The sky can either be, to you, it can be the sky or it can be the water. It gives you a choice in your mind what you think. That's what I did with the blue in the back. You can think of it as waves coming in, or you can think it as the sky coming down.
Right.
And these beautiful little flowers to say hi to you. It's
right.
real simple,
Oh, I love it. Has a little bit of a Van Gogh touch to it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like so happy looking at this. Look at the highlights on the flowers on each of the petals, right? And in the blades of grass and stuff and leaves. It's just really wonderful. And those highlights he's carried through to the sands behind it. Mm-hmm. I mean, just fantastic. Wow.
When I was doing the little leaves before, they were greener and they just didn't come out. So I had to use a little bit of yellow to make them pop. The painting with it to give it a little bit more,
right?
To cover.
How long did it take you to do this one?
Maybe an hour.
Okay.
Hour painting time. Sometimes my attention span's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I come back to it. So maybe an hour.
Right. Or the last one, which is pretty much almost like a mural. I'm sure that was, took some time too.
I love the big one. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
This is just so happy. It brings in such light, and I just think that this is, a beautiful piece, not only to finish on, because, I'm always be the light guy. Oh, here's another one I always say to artists. This is perfect for that. In a world full of roses, be a sunflower.
Yeah, I like that one.
Right? I think this is beautiful. They're all unique. They all have their own little personalities going on here, right?
Thank you.
How awesome is this? I am glad you guys are loving this one as well. Isn't it fantastic? I think I did a right choice when I chose this for the promo. I
do. I love it.
Did you?
I really love it. I love that one.
Nice. Well, I love your work. I hope if nothing else, you have learned from our wonderful community and our Artist Corner family here and more, our viewers here, how fantastic you really are.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I have to say thank you to all of our wonderful viewers too, as well, because you guys with your wonderful compliments, like Ma Bell was saying earlier too, I think that he's right. We are our own worst critics. And so when you guys, talk and comment and things about that, we're like, oh, really? We're truly trying to convince ourselves half the time that, oh, okay, you like it? So I'm glad you guys all loved it. Don't we love it? Oh, man, heavens, this is fantastic. So, all right. Now we have one thing that I always say to our guests. If you had something to inspire somebody, since, you're kind of new into this and new to showing it off as well, what would you say to advise others?
Just keep painting. Just keep trying. Don't give up. And have fun.
What do you think about you being too scared to show it? Do you think that
I didn't have any outlet to show it, or I couldn't put it out anywhere. I mean, art galleries wouldn't take everybody's work.
They have long waiting lines for that as well too.
Sure. It's a million painters. There's only the rich, only the elite can really make a painter.
Right.
Because once they elevate you and they time and that, they're the ones that control the world of art. What makes someone special?
Well, exactly. I mean, unfortunately, this is how people who have the banana, right, get notoriety, because some rich person was like, oh, hey, that's unique. when, and this is why we have to really support each other, share it out, because there are people out there all across the world. And this is why I love social media. And our guest last night was talking about the importance of continuing to show our work nonstop on social media, because with an international world, you never know when one person goes, that's the piece I want.
You're right.
You're right. Trying to get in a gallery or these art shows when the judges already have a predetermined who they're going to win because they're their friend, or the galleries that only want, because of the connections you might have. This is why we have to really, truly support each other and build communities like we have here, share, everyone.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I am so glad you found us.
Well,
so glad you found us, right? And right, everyone's here too about how special you are and how much they love having you in our wonderful artist corner, just as much as I do, right?
I appreciate
Fantastic.
it.
Oh, all right. So we are, I'm just grabbing all these compliments so that when you go back and watch this show or when you share it, we're getting every single one that we possibly can. Love it. And so thank you, Jerry, so much for being my guest. You are welcome back anytime, because the way you paint, in a few months from now, you're going to have a whole nother collection. And I would be happy and thrilled to have you come back to, let me honor you and share that with the viewers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, everyone, say goodnight to our wonderful, wonderful Artist Corner family member, and we will see him in the corner, won't we? Good night, Jerry.
Good night, darling.
Bye-bye. Wasn't that just fantastic? Oh my gosh, you guys. I cannot tell you how excited I am when you guys come on. Obviously, you can see how much it lights me up. So if you are some kind of artist out there, whether you are a painter, a sculptor, a photographer, a musician, a poet, an author, I love to have you on and love to know about your worlds, right? And yes, JJ, I love to gather, these wonderful people, and you kind of like behind the scenes, right? The story of behind the scenes that we get to enjoy your wonderful talents. And again, great thing for you guys to do if you're not. Thank you, Richard. Hold on, I'll just be with you 1 second. I need to change this too. So groups, I have it on here, but we're also on Artist Corner as well on Truth. Let me put this here because I don't know why that's not on here. Okay, there we go. So you guys can find this 3 places. Artist Corner, right? And it's just the group Artist Corner. You can find it on X at Artist Corner TS. That's its own avenue, and then also we have a group there too, a community. It's called Artist Corner. You don't have to be an artist to join this, but to see these amazing talents and help support them and share them out, it's just a great thing to do. So the world gets to see our amazing, amazing work and so many phenomenally talented people in that wonderful community. Thank you so much, Richard. I love it. I need to just I want to call him RKJ. That is so funny because I just love it. But you guys are seeing him here as Arkin John. I think that I need to just have a little sweet nickname for him. We call him RKJ. But yes, Richard, thank you so much for gifting a subscription to the show. I love that. You're so amazing. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys. With your rants, your subscriptions to the show. I love seeing all the pink in the chats, because that means I know you guys have subscription. It's like $5 a month, like a coffee is so easy. It's so awesome, but it helps me continue to have these shows on, and I appreciate that very, very much. And it helps me feel loved. So thank you guys, whether it's Cashapps. Yes. You know who you guys are, or you're subscribing, or you're ranting, you're tipping, the pills over there are cookies. You guys at all is amazing. And I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you. I just appreciate you guys coming, hitting those likes and sharing this out. And I'm seeing it. And what I learned last night, I'm trying to make sure I say thank you to you guys as I see you share and I see you like on these things, because that means that the algorithm sees it more. And I appreciate that. And let's get more wonderful viewers and people into our wonderful community. So you guys, a huge thank you for just doing that. That is beyond unbelievable. And I'm super, super grateful for that. So tomorrow we got the reset kitchen. Okay. So We are going to probably just be streaming on the 3 tomorrow because I want to talk to you. It is time that we need to think about herbs. So I'm going to be playing a few videos at the very beginning about herbs, growing them in your window. It's time for me to start a few new plants as well too, because I basically kill my oregano with all the harvesting I do. But every year I start my herbs in my window sills, my basil, my rosemary, my oregano. Let them grow, right? And then every summer, I also dry them out. So I have amazing dried herbs that I have for the whole entire year. This is just something I do in mass quantity. So when I have like oregano, I'm like 10 plants, right? And then we do oregano oils and all kinds of stuff. So I have abundance of this. But this is a great time as we talk about making your own tinctures and using fresh herbs, using less chemicals, all these things that we can do. We are going to start with a few videos on how to grow herbs in your windowsill and how to dry them when it comes that time. Because as they grow, you can cut off bunches of them and you can air dry them right into, hang them on a hanger and just let them dry right there. So it's really great to do that. And then I thought about there's so many things going on with chemicals or whatever on our food. And I've talked to you guys multiple times about how to use things without those grains. And there's amazing things like arrowroot flour, I love. And how do you even make brownies without flour? So, and Nurse Patrick talked about that on Thursday. So we are going to rewatch. And if you guys are just joining the show on Sundays, you guys are going to really love it because I make this amazing deep dish pizza in a cast iron skillet that is a cheeseburger bacon pizza. And the crust is made with arrowroot flour. And oh my land, it turned out unbelievably awesome. And then it also gives me a chance to clip part of those videos after the show so I can share them out on social medias as well. And then we get to see our flourless banana chocolate brownies. So awesome. So those are the two things we are going to be sharing out tomorrow. And then talking again about loving and building a community together, lifting each other up into the stars and how we can do this together. So I hope you guys all join me tomorrow at 7 p.m. For the Reset Kitchen because we love feeding your soul, body and feeding your soul. Always starting off with food and cooking videos. And then we finish off with lifting your soul and talking about things and being loved. I got some great little clips I found to add to the end of the show tomorrow too. And of course, finishing with amazing, the armor of God from our amazing JJR SBL, right? So you guys, I hope you join me tomorrow for the Reset Kitchen. All my shows are Thursday through Mondays at 7 p.m. and come be a part of it. If you got great tips and stuff like that too, I love having you guys in the audience because I'm always learning from you guys just as much as you are learning from me. So let's get it going and build the community that we want to have, right? And be a part of, right? There might come a time where we really, truly need each other. And there's so many of you that we, can support each other. And so I am super excited about that and love showing you guys how to make these things. And if Patrick talks about one thing, I like to show you how we can actually accomplish that goal by making great things and bringing the heart back into our kitchens. So if you guys want to find out about my shows, you can absolutely do that by following me because I'm always doing a promo right after the show. I do a promo for the following day. You can follow me on X at LadyHamiltonAR1. You can also follow me on X and Cass. She has found me on every single one of my X accounts. Thank you very much. I have like 4, right? I have 3 on Truth and 4 over there on X. But yes, you guys can follow me on X also. Truth and Gabbed and Pilled at Ladyhamiltonart. We're also streaming here on the weekends, especially for our arts night on YouTube, right? At Lady Hamilton HH. If you guys want to go over there quickly, free, you can subscribe to the show, even though I love you having you guys at Rumble too. It's kind of my home base, but I appreciate that. So also let's do some wonderfulness here and let's give a huge shout out to this amazing team. I am so thrilled. They are the best team in the whole entire world. So a huge thank you to Team Lady Hamilton moderators. You truly are the best. I am so thankful for each one of you guys and all that you do, right? And helping me build my show. JJ being the longest. He's been with me since episode 18. And we're on 551. Love you, JJ. Let's give him some love, you guys. Give him a follow on Truth X, Gabbed, Pilled, Getter, whatever social media you're on. JJ's on that at JJR SBL. He's got an amazing Rumble channel as well. And I'm so grateful you let us play your videos, especially the Armor of God on Sundays. Next up is the fantastic Tri-Sater. Let's give him some love on Truth and on X as well. Our beautiful Nancy, let's give her some love. And you guys give her a follow on Truth and on X. Our fantastic Frosty as well. And man, those two are just making some amazing promos. So thank you very much for that as well, Frosty. Let's give him some love on Truth and on X. And our wonderful Kim. Thank you so much. She shares every single promo I have, and I try to catch that and say thank you. But a huge thank you to Miss Kim, who leads the charge on sending out all of my promos. My friend, I have the best team. I have the best viewers. I'm so glad that you guys let me be part of your life and that you are part of my world. I am truly blessed, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am for each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. So let's leave with some happiness, right? Some great, great music. One of our amazing Artist Corner family members, right? They are coming on. They're about ready to kick off album number 4, My Troubled Days. We know them also in the chat as Ma Bell. But I'm super excited that they're about ready to do album number 4. But this is such a happy tune, and I love it. I want to leave you guys, snapping your fingers and twinkling your toes and jamming to the beat. But this one is a great one. It's called This One's For You. So we're going to be heading out tonight with this fantastic song. All of their music is great. Go check out their website. But this one right now, this one's for you. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. And I'll see everybody tomorrow for the Reset Kitchen. All right, everyone, have a great night and be blessed.
Demanding, always fair, a lending hand, you always grand. I always know who's got my back. This one's for you. A certain smile, well, it reminds, of a distant time, sitting around, laughing with you. I miss you more than I thought I do. This one's for you. This one's for you, and all that you do. When I look, when I look, when I look, I see who you, I see who you are. I see who you, I see who you back. My heart, it sings with you. So sing it with me, sing it true.